This is so cool.
It was important for us not to just simply have German soldiers in this environment where the grass is perfectly still and the trees aren't swaying. We wanted to go an extra step further, whether that be the chickens in the chicken coop, the sheep in the fields.
Testers initially really had a lot of interest in these sheep, and they wanted to shoot the sheep, and so then we started simulating the sheep, right? So now you can kill them and they simulate, and they'll their bodies will fall and roll, and really accurate physics simulation on the dead sheep.
It's fun to think that several developers spent time making sheep perfect. We actually have sheep tech in our game.
And now there's AI, they'll graze around, and when they hear a shot they'll get agitated and kind of run off, and then they'll forget because they're sheep, they're not very smart.
At the very beginning of the game when you're playing Operation Market, there's some training that happens where the player's learning to shoot his rifle. I'm not going to give away the secret completely.
Get your ass to that position!
And I haven't quite figured out how to do it myself, but if you figure it out, you can please let me know.
For those who are familiar with World War II history, there was this whole Kilroy was here, basically this meme that spread throughout Europe during World War II. Soldiers saw this and they copied this cartoon, and before you knew it, Kilroy was here cartoons were sketched all over Western Europe. And all through Hell's Highway you'll find these Kilroy was here kind of things, and there's actually a little scavenger hunt gameplay about finding them all. I won't say how many or where they are, but they're out there.
The pistols has been brought up in the prior games, in Road to Hill 30 and Earning Blood, but this time you see it a lot more, and it's a bigger player in the game. And if you take a really good look at the serial number on the weapon, Lost fans may find that interesting if they just really look. It'd be really hard to find.
You are history repeating itself.
I'm still alive. That's more than I can say for you.
Are you?
We went out of our way to make the creation of Leggett in Baker's mind interactive and real and kind of Easter eggy.
I was protecting you.
Is this the same protection you offered Frankie? He trusted in you, Matthew.
He's kind of hidden around. In some places, we'll just kind of put him behind you, and if you turn around at the right time, you can see him. Things like that. He floats by in a river. He's dead in a couple places, just kind of lying there.
This is not your stop. There's more road ahead.
So in the original draft, as Baker's talking to Leggett, that was actually where the game ended. The first draft of the script was actually too dark and ended on too low of a note, where we were actually afraid that people might not come back again to play another game.
Two of my favorite characters, Alan and Garnett, were killed in D-Day. And Baker didn't see it. He wasn't there when it happened. The only one that saw that was a character named Leggett, who also died on Hill 30.
Players really want to find out what happened to Alan Garnett. What is the secret? What caused, everything that happened at the end of Hill 30 and Earned in Blood to occur? And we are able to deliver on that. That's one of the big secrets that we're actually going to let go. We're going to say, here's what actually happened.
There is some stuff that we didn't tell the players on purpose with Hill 30. What happened to Alan and Garnett was a huge question. We get asked a lot. It's on the forums all the time. We're kind of tying the two games together. Hill 30 and Hell's Highway very much fit together as one big story.
People who've been with the series for a while finally gets the big reveal as to what actually happened with Alan Garnett and Leggett. The things that may have seemed corny or may have not made much sense in previous games, Leggett taking his last stand on the hill and basically, begging a tank to take his life. Ultimately, when you see that scene, it's almost like it speaks for the series.
All right, everyone, fall in on me. Let's move it.
There actually is one major thing that happens at the end of the game. You should be on the lookout for how a certain character acts in the final story chapter there. What's being said and what's actually happening are two very different things.
Not only are there some details that are revealed in the scenes of Hell's Highway about things you might have had questions about from the previous games, there are also some hints about where these guys are going to go in the future.
Let's bring this fight back to the Germans.